This is Rod Kusin, Spooman for Risk on February 3rd, 2010. All times on the chart are Central Standard Time. We got pretty much of a late start into our trading strategy this afternoon because of working on some other things. But just in the last hour, we turned the strategy on, and boom, this is how it performed. This was a very simple strategy. It was the only one we had working. But let's just take a quick look at the settings. Use of the premium today was vital. Beautiful trades came off of using the fair value filter. We're using just a standard MACD on a 100 tick bar chart along with our APZ zones set to 500 and 700. That's the only thing that went into these trades. Okay, that was the setting. APZ zone 500, 700 with a very simple 100 tick bar MACD. And we had a cluster of short trades up here, some long trades here and here, another short trade here, and down the market went into the close. The performance report, I love it when there's no curve. Can't get better than that. Now take a look at the overall pattern of the market today. Now I'll just plot this using a 1-minute chart in our premium lines. What was today's pattern? For those of you who have been following us, what was this pattern today? And what gave you a possible heads up that the market might turn out this way? Okay. All right, for those of you who know, this was a typical blue day pattern. A blue day down, where the highs and the lows were both in the AM, and the rest of the day had no new highs, no new lows. Now, if you're watching one of our videos for the first time and we're talking about pattern and you don't know anything about the day pattern, we teach that in our course to our members, but we're addressing our members now for the moment. This, of course, was a blue day pattern. Now, the thing that gave you the heads up that it was possibly going to turn out that way is because the program trading bias was 50-50. It was basically a 50-50 day. No obvious bias one direction or the other. Now that does we're not suggesting that when the bias is 50-50 that the market direction is going to be blue. No, that's not the case at all. But that did give you a little bit of a heads up about the possibility, at least. Sometimes, well, what really matters ultimately is what did the premium actually do? And was there anything that could really generate some good setups from the premium today? Now, as you can see, we had 2 new premium highs in the late morning into the noon hour, and there was no other activity thereafter. Nice spike up on the premium here did indicate that we should be trying to go above 97.25. Did we? We tied it here, all right, 97.25, and we never got above it, but we did tie it. So that little move down could have produced a little bit of a trade in here. As I was mentioning to you previously, though, our trading really took place right in here and here. Okay, short, long, and short. There was really no other obvious opportunity to use the premium as a basis for your trades other than right in here. But in terms of the overall approach to the day, you basically had to use some sort of an indicator like a zone or a large stochastic on perhaps a 6700 or a 10,950 chart in order to capture the majority of these moves. Now here was a 6760 zone chart with a stochastic. Stochastic rode this up nicely, but didn't get into the zone. As it came down, it did hit the zone here, as well as down in here, and then began to rally back up. But once again, we didn't quite get into this zone. So that 6760 chart was modestly useful. Drop this down, however, a notch. Bringing this down into a 4180 tick bar. Again, you didn't quite make it into the zone here at around 9 o'clock, but you did down here with a nice turn on the stochastic at this point. Another opportunity for a long trade up into the band here, close to 1230. And other than that, there really wasn't much to work with, not at least on this chart. But drop it down again, one more notch. This is a 2580, and you see some real nice moves here. Of course, this is going up into 9 o'clock. Stochastic turns, brings you down, turns up again. Again, missed that high as far as the zone was concerned. Came down again, finally made the upper band here, and then once again in here. So took a little tweaking, maybe a couple of different settings was necessary in order to capture that. Of course, as we mentioned, we weren't really active until later on in the day, but you could see how the zones were really quite helpful in at least generating where the majority of the moves were going to take place. So we once again advise our traders to keep watch on the zones. Make sure you're taking advantage of the new APZ4 indicator. We have new send charts, new tick strategy workspace for those of you that are subscribers to our system. And if you're not a subscriber, by all means come and ask for a demo. We'd be happy to show you what we're doing and how our system works at RSKsys.com. And this is Rod Kusanen, Spooman for Risk.